Hello and welcome to the. Oh, for fuck's sake, sit in front of that thing. This could all go horribly wrong at any minute. Hello and welcome to the 233rd edition of Lewis Black's Rantcast, entitled Day Number 232 of WTF, because the fun never stops. It just continues and continues and continues as we live really literally in a TV show that's run amok, and we don't really know what's real anymore. We don't even know if we're watching it or it's watching us or how it even works. And where are the channels now that we are able to do it almost really from our phones? And so we're basically surrounded in a wall of pictures and nonsense, and it's 232 days of every single day of the President of the United States doing something that makes me say, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? I mean, every single day. Huh? It's not the way it's supposed to be. I don't care. All right? Some of you seem to find it entertaining. It's not anymore. It's lunacy. You know? Him wandering around. I'm going to change it every single day. I even on the road, I try to avoid it. You can't. It can't be avoided. It's always in your face. He is always in your face. If he's not in your face, the other day, the head of the rounding up all of these people, all of the criminals who have come into the country, the billions and billions of them who are making cars and doing things and taking away American jobs. You seriously, you go in, you invade a Hyundai plant, you pick up 300 Koreans, you ship them home. Or actually, I don't even know if they shipped them home. I think South Korea just went, fuck you, we're out of here. It's ludicrous. Well, we should really train these jobs. Why? Okay? Seriously, that's going to turn things around? Huh? Just stop it. Please. And so that you can make what? You have another day of your fucking face in the news? It's there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your face will be up on Mount Rushmore the way these idiots are going. Okay? You'll be on Open Table. Every third restaurant will be yours, or you'll recommend it. Places for us to eat if you ate anything other than cheeseburgers. I can't believe what I'm sitting here having to do. Okay? It's one thing after another. Oh yeah, boy, it's today to boot. It's E.J. Carroll, the woman sexual assault case, defamation by the. Well, I didn't do that. That case and another one. It's a jury trial. Well, they didn't like me. Really? That was it? The facts didn't matter? What they saw as the facts? So she won her case. She won the appeal. He's going to take you to the Supreme Court. He doesn't have to worry about it, he says, because he has presidential immunity. This shit has got to stop. You don't get presidential immunity for that. Okay? Not for assault. Well, I did it because please. So she won her case, and I would never, it's just, I would never sleep with someone like that. I wouldn't do that. That's his defense. I wouldn't. Somehow they came up with the verdict, and it just goes on and on and on. Okay? Well, let's go after Columbia. Okay, let's go after Northwestern. Let's go after Harvard. Let's take away their money. Let's make sure Harvard doesn't have, students, international students, because God knows that would be silly. I mean, every single day. That was just the beginning of it. And it makes no sense. And I need a $200 million ballroom. That's what I need at the White House. That would be that's the thing. I'm going to take away money from Voice of America. I'm going to take away money that goes to the USAID. Extraordinary. Not a ton of money either. But I'm going to use that money to build this spectacular ballroom. It's because my balls need room. Okay? Was that the dumbest joke I've ever said? No, but the joke is right there in front of us. Okay? A $200 million ballroom for his big balls. I'll repeat it again because I think it's funny. And I generally don't write jokes, as many of you know, and as things have continued, I've stopped writing jokes because this is beyond belief. This is really beyond anything that one could even imagine. The Smithsonian, I'm going to take over. Boy, that Smithsonian Institution is showing stuff it shouldn't be showing. We've got to really get this thing in order because we're going to bring back Confederate statues because God knows that needs to be shown. We really need to get that out there. People need to see that on a regular basis so that, and what do you mean triggers people? Why? Why should it trigger people? These people were heroes. To fucking no. They weren't heroes, all right? Okay, they tried to bring down the Republic, which in many ways it appears you wish to do. Okay? Son of a bitch. I'm going to take over the Kennedy Center. I've never seen more than 2 or 3 shows in my life, and so I'm going to run it, and I'm going to give out the awards, and I'm going to do everything. I'm going to be there. I'm going to go to these games. I'm going to have a Ultimate Fighting Championship thing. Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I didn't write that card. Rob, I couldn't have written that card. Not me. I don't write. B, there's a picture on there. They said I drew something. I don't draw. Well, occasionally I make something about buildings. I write a little building thing and do that, but I don't draw. He doesn't do anything. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember eating at that restaurant. I don't remember. I never said that. Boy, no. Why would I want to get rid of the and he is in front. I got to listen to him. Robert Kennedy Jr. And once again, let me repeat. Let's do a test there, a DNA test. I don't believe he's the son of Robert Kennedy. I really don't believe that. I mean, it's apparently his brothers and sisters and cousins seem to vouch for him. And he's sitting there with that scratching voice. I didn't. 3, 4 people leave. Okay, some of them I think were Trump appointees. Leave the CDC because he wants to bring in a group that basically, really, literally, is said some stuff about vaccinations. As has he. Boy, that COVID test that was really who that was for? Ashkenazi Jews. I don't even know if I got that right, but it's close enough. Okay, at this point, because tomorrow he could change it. I am stunned. Ashkenazi Jews and someone else. I can't keep up with it. No, she lied. I don't trust you. I think she didn't lie. I think you lied. I think a lot of people who are working for the president now lie because they figure, what do you mean? Of course she said it. Of course she didn't say it, right? Because I said she didn't say it. I didn't say that. She's a liar. It doesn't matter what I say. I can reverse the words. This whole fucking thing can be reversed that I'm doing. Go backwards. It's the same criticism. Okay? Backwards and forwards. It doesn't matter because it goes out there into the universe and does not fucking matter at all. Because we've got a group of people out there who do not pay attention and are not adults anymore. Okay? And allow for things that are beyond my fucking comprehension. I didn't get to this point after all of this shit, after everything I've watched in my life, after all the turns that we took. Now you're going to say, oh, no, we really didn't come around that corner. Yeah, we did. Okay? You're going to be involved in everything that occurs here. Fuck you. Okay? You don't get to do that. Even as the president, you don't get to do that. And enough is fuck enough with it. And then next week, it'll be another 7 days. So it'll be 240 days of what the fuck. 247 days of what the fuck. 254 days of what the fuck. I wanted to every day just a shot of my dog taking a dump. And that was it. It would be, this is what the president did today. And then, and here was my dog's response. Because I don't know how to, I don't. The dog taking a dump, Sammy taking a dump is really clear. I think that the reason that Robert F. Kennedy is the head of the Health and Human Resources is because let's pass him because I can't listen to him anymore. Let's get him out of here because I can't listen to that voice. How did he end up with a voice like that? Does anybody investigate? Probably because of a vaccine. Listen, I just so you know, I had people will write in stuff, I'm sure, but I had I got shingles. I've gotten shingles both times with the shots. However, in both instances, the one that I now have it again was Shingrix. That fucking ad, and but as a result, I would have to say of having that shot, I do not have the kind of shingles you normally get. It is, as my dermatologist said, not on your face, ended up on your leg. It ended up, and that, of course, probably didn't have to do with the shot. Maybe it did, but the other thing was, it's not violently painful. It is not itch. It is. I don't feel like scratching my legs off, which I did, boy, when I had chicken pox. And let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of those vaccines in Florida. Get right on it. And even though the head of the medical, the head doctor down there doesn't know what it will cost the state to do this in terms of hospitalizations, infections, etc. Yeah, because that's what's going to fucking happen. Okay, because we got rid of measles. We got rid of it. We got rid of it. We got rid of it. You can talk about it all you want. Do vaccinations create autism? Well, we're going to look at that again. With some people who are not really locked up. First off, at some point, when these claims are made, if they have to show the facts. All right? You're making a claim that these people at the CDC were all tied up with the medical establishment, with the pharmaceutical industry. Okay? That was the claim. Show it. Don't just say it, show it. Like the guy this morning, the one who's rounding up, the one who's the Iceman, comes on. We 70% of these people are criminals. We've arrested them. Where the fuck? Okay, show me the documentation. All right, I need the documents. I need to know how many people. I need to know what you've done. I need to know why we're really the ICE people are threatened. Well, so were the people who fucking are counting votes. Okay, because we live in a society that is lost its goddamn mind, and it is center. Okay? That's why we have football. It's back. Do the job. All right? Get out there, yell, scream, get rid of all of this fucking vicious crap that you're harboring. Just fucking dump it out there. Dump it on the field. Okay? That's what it's there for. That's what sports is there for. It's for you to be able to yell and to scream and to get it off your chest about everything. Everything. So do it. All right? Son of a bitch. And I'm just halfway there. Halfway to the end of this. I don't care if we even edit that. I don't care if this is, I don't edit it. Please. What I found while I was on stage doing like my final 6 shows, I think I had a good beginning. I think I had a good end. Good 15 to 20 solid up front. Good 15 to 20 solid at the end. needed another 15 to 20 in the middle. And I tried everything. And I've tried, and I've had to change it and change it and change it. And then I finally realized what I have to do, and I didn't have the energy at this point, or the time, and I didn't really want to do the research again. I don't want to sit there and look through it again. But I thought, you know what I do? Instead of kind of going through everything, it's just listing all the things that have occurred, because that's the reason. That I've had to change my act 6 times over the past year and a half, because I would get started and I'd have something, and then what's the through line going to be? And then it would stop. Oh my God, that happened. Now I got to talk about that. And that happened. Now I got to talk about that. So what I'm going to do is to not talk about it. Just list it. Just list it as I did there. The Smithsonian Institute, I'm going to take that over. I'm going to take over the Smithsonian Institute and the Kennedy Center and whatever else I think I should be taking over, you know, because that's what I should be doing. It's just, I should be running everything. And I will come back next week with more as I work on my act for those shows I'm doing in in Easton, Pennsylvania, a beautiful little town, well worth a visit, and then the one in Williamsport. This is October 17th and 18th. I'll be there, and I'll be at the Clothier, because I want to pick up some things for the coming season, but also to see Francis, the owner, and the family there, but do pick up some stuff that some of it may even be imported. But I know that he's got stuff that he's imported before this insanity of tariffs, Jeffrey Epstein, tariffs, Jeffrey Epstein, tariffs, Jeffrey Epstein, tariffs, every day. And now India is together, and outside of him, you got India meeting with Russia, meeting with China, huh? All because of Dopey the Clown, okay? All because of him. And it's too bad. I was hoping really, and I may even play it at the end. I got Sammy a rubber chicken, and he loves it. And he was going to maybe have him, you'll be able to hear the sound. I don't know if I can get him. He's very tired. This is the part of the day he naps, much like his owner. But I had to get this out, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I've got some couple of things to read to you from that favorite things. The key sections of the Constitution briefly disappeared. I read this while on the road. From the Library of Congress website, key sections of the Constitution disappeared. Library officials blamed a coding error for the removal of the sections on congressional powers, states' rights, and the right to due process, the latter of which the Trump administration recently said it was actively looking at suspending. It has the right of due process. It picks people up off the street and just says they're guilty and ships them off. Okay? Nobody's fucking, and we can't stop it. It's unbelievable. Just disappeared. Parts of the Constitution just disappeared. Parts of the Constitution in the Library of Congress just disappeared. They're disappearing in front of our fucking eyes. Okay? And Helen Cox Richardson, who I rarely say go ahead and read somebody, but she's just been steady as a rock. She was beginning to feel, and it was the first time in a long time I read her, and I trust the way she looks at things. I think she's clear-headed. I don't think she freaks out. And there was the tip of the iceberg showing, where she seemed to be starting to worry about things. And if she's starting to worry, that made me worry. And it depressed me, because I've been steady about this. It's really, it makes me want to wear the anger costume and wander into Congress. Maybe I should. Maybe that's what I do next. But finally, and this is wonderful, and this is the country we're living in. Oh yeah, before I even get to that, we ate for the public toilets in this country. Take a guess. How many public toilets are there per person? How many public toilets are there per 100,000 people in this country? How many? How many? 8. 8 public toilets for 100,000 people. We're tied for 30th in the world with Botswana. Botswana has as many as we do. Now, as a result of that, private industry is, entering the void. We couldn't do it. Oh, you don't want government doing it. That's socialism. Better that people are shitting in the streets, okay? Because that's freedom. So, we end with this. A woman running for a seat in Arizona State Senate is on record saying she doesn't think women should hold office. A woman running for a seat. You got to read the stuff twice to see if you've fucking not made a mistake. A woman running for a seat in Arizona State Senate is on record saying she doesn't think women should hold office. Miley Biggs, the daughter of hard-right GOP Representative Andy Biggs, said in a podcast in 2024 that I don't know if I would vote for any female, adding that while there are some really great congresswomen, her personal view is that women aren't built for the rigors of lawmaking. So far, Biggs 25 has not addressed her past comments, and why should she? Why should she? Huh? She didn't mean it. She didn't even say it. She didn't say it. Just hold a piece of paper and read numbers. Read whatever you fucking want off of it. I never said it. It's not on this. Fucking beyond belief. Jesus. It's like watching Joe. It's like Joe McCarthy. I got 216 communists. I got 256. On this piece of paper is 497. It's what they do. They stand out there. They make up shit. It's going to be great. The economy's just going to be great. I got a bunch of numbers here, and I'll share them with you at some point. But it says that the economy is going to be spectacular. And so it certainly goes, and it goes, and it goes. And I do hope you enjoy the rants that you'll be hearing. It was a pleasure to be able to do that live again, and I hope I'll be doing it in Easton and in Williamsport, and a few other places along the way. Okay, and as we wind down to the end of my touring days, it doesn't mean I won't perform from time to time. Maybe 8 shows a year. Doesn't mean I'm touring. Touring is doing 100, 200 shows. Enjoy these, and I may do more of the ranters too. I like doing it, and as it went along, once again, if they're done live, that people started to watch and started to pick up. And for those of you on the East Coast, a lot of you didn't get to see them, so that's why we're putting them out there now. So take care, and I hope you have a splendid week, and I hope the fall is good for you. And I hope your fantasy football team is doing better than mine. And I finally, after a few years, I don't like to draft. I like to feel that there's a general manager, the AI, and let me tell you, the AI just can really fuck you when it comes to fantasy football. But I let one team be picked by my general manager AI. They won. The one that I got involved with, I didn't fully understand. Supposed to write down those ones that you were thinking of, and I did not know that by putting them in that order, they'd be picked that way. Well, maybe I should have thought of that. And I lost to I think you read about it. If you read I'm Dreaming of a Black Christmas. Lost to Leo and Gus, my pal Willie's kids. So a lot of fun there. A lot of fun to take it on the chin to two kids who don't add up to my age. So enjoy. I hope your team's doing well. I'm looking for a better outing, really, from, they did well, but and they won the commodes, but I really would like to see them change the name and just a little more spark to the offense. But the defense has improved, but then again, they were playing against New York, which is, so it goes. And so it goes, and so it goes. And you guys, it's always a privilege and a pleasure to read your material and for me to spend time with you. And I mean that. Hope I didn't yell too much. Sammy says goodbye.
We are here in beautiful Santa Cruz, California at the Rio Theater. And the temperature in the room right now is about 112. It's a really interesting that they have created a village by the sea that has absolutely no breeze. It's something that'll be discussed for years. This is what's wrong when we lose research. People go, oh, fuck, I forgot Windows. So I want to thank everybody who sent in their rants. We will continue this next week. We will be in Las Vegas, Nevada, where so send them on in. And we begin with Mads Riomuto. I'm probably fucked up your name, and I apologize, if that is a name. Is it? Okay, well, fuck it then, okay? The fact that Santa Cruz, this beautiful tiny beach town that you could walk across before your iced latte melts, is still trying to build a fucking train. A train, $1 billion with a B, as in bozos, commuter train. For what? To move people from Seabright to Watsonville like they're taking Amtrak from New York to Philly? Folks, listen to me. We're living in the year 2025. You can get an electric bike that goes 28 miles an hour. That's not biking, that's hoverboarding with pedals. You can ride from the west side to Aptos in 20 minutes, smiling like a maniac the whole way, and it costs you less than a tank of gas and a burrito. And for the people who don't want a bike, no problem. We've got electric golf carts now. You ever ridden in one? It's like a lazy boy with wheels. Slap a little sunshade on top and bam, you're in a street legal beach chariot, zipping past a $1.3 billion train that still hasn't shown up. But no, the powers that be want the train. Gotta have the choo-choo. We need the magical metal sausage to solve traffic, even though it's slower, costs more, and only stops like twice before it hits the goddamn ocean. Thank you, Mads. This one, Lisa Anderson wrote in. Spent all of July trying to get a refund for this fucking show. I bought tickets through a third-party ticket site, and now I'm in fucking row T for $175 per person. Well, Lisa, that's not my fucking fault. Okay? There's something you can learn from this. Don't fucking ever buy from a third-party site. Okay? You don't do it. All right? I hope that this show is worth $175 to you. Okay? Just on the basis of the kind of sweat you're having right now, sitting there, you can go home tonight and say, I saw a show, and the show was worth about $100, but for $75, I have a sense now of what it's like to have malaria. When you order a ticket, if it's at a theater and you can get it from the theater directly, do it. If you're stuck dealing with the fuckers at Ticketmaster, just do it. Ticketmaster has alternate sites. If they don't fuck you at Ticketmaster, they fuck you larger at the other site. Okay? I have had for years, Lisa, for years, basically a fan club that allowed us to be able to sell tickets in the first 10 rows, and we did it every time. And I just wish you had done that. And I just hope that you've learned your lesson, because really, literally, it's unbelievable that they allow this. It's criminal. And I'm sorry you got fucked. Joseph Urban. Why do people with poor taste in perfume decide to wear it to a Lewis Black concert? Patchouli is not a smell. It's a historical abomination that needs to be buried with week-old steak under a freshly incinerated labubu. This is, oh, fuck this. Come back. There you fuck. God, I hate Apple on a level you can't imagine. He ends it by the way, we saw you in San Francisco right after 9/11. Second date, 21 years married. Yeah, that's right. I'm the fucking Cupid of my generation. Eddie Alaniz. Eddie Alaniz. I own a coffee shop in town, and I can't stand when people come in and ask for decaf coffee. I don't carry it, and I don't believe in it. How do you feel about decaf? Eddie, what do you think? Okay? I don't know why they're selling fucking decaf. It's sissy coffee. It's absolute bullshit. Okay? From what I've heard in my life, I have heard that it's like 2% less than regular coffee. Are you fucking kidding me? 2% less and tastes like it's 90% less. It's the illusion of coffee. It's like they think it's a magic trick. Fuck you. It's a piece of shit. All right? Drink tea, you fuck, with just a little bit of cream. And it's bad enough that they fucked up coffee with soy milk and all sorts of fucking bullshit. All right? You're drinking. I can't put half and half in. You're practically putting nothing in. If that's all the milk you drink all day, it's not gonna fucking do anything to you. Ever. Ever. My generation was chugging milk like it's no tomorrow. Okay? They might as well have brought the fucking milkman might as well have brought the fucking cow in and had it suck on its teats for a while. Son of a bitch. Why would anybody drink decaf coffee? You're not even getting the illusion of being awake. This is from Eddie, and you know what I admire? That you're not even selling the decaf. And the joy it must give you when they come in and ask for it. And there are those of you out there, God damn it, I want my decaf. Joshua Paley. I'm a retired teacher, 23 years. Why I left is my rant. Now, I thought initially, I taught competing at a high school. Now, that's a mistake. That's one of those fucking glitches. And I thought, wow, God, California's teaching competing. They were worried so much about their students. And their students really, since everybody gets a prize, fuck, maybe we're going to have to teach them some concept about what competing is. I thought, wow, this is a breakthrough. I can't wait to make this a part of my act. But it turns out that Joshua actually made a mistake. I taught computing at a high school. If you taught competing, you'd be worth $1 billion now. They told me that despite having taught at a university, creating for years of computing curriculum at the school, training several teachers to teach computing, and being recognized by the Obama administration as one of the top 100 high school computer science teachers, my math credential was no longer good enough to teach in high school. How fucking stunning is that? I had to get something else. In California, if you want to teach math, you study math, and you get a math credential. Simple, right? If you want to teach English, you study English, get an English credential, okay? If you want to teach computer science in my school district, you need to study business or manufacturing processes or internal combustion engines. Are they? Or a few other things you would never study in order to teach computing. I swear I'm not making this up. I've done presentations about it and contacted the state. So I retired at the age of 60. I didn't have fuck you money, but you know, fuck you. Wow, thank you. I'm really sorry they fucked you. How the fuck do they come up with that stuff? How does the school board sit around like that? How much fucking pot would you have to smoke to go, boy, what you really need to study is the internal combustion engine. I mean, you can't even get that way. God damn it. I say teach competing. I would go to the school board and said, since they fucked you on the computing, that competing needs to be done. And you've noticed that kids seem to have no sense of how to compete anymore, and you're going to help them. Son of a bitch. Here's sourdough bread tastes like piss. That's from Dan S. Who, all right, Dan. Wendy Whitecoos Roberts. I'm sick of my friends assuming that just because I own an actual house, that I'm their personal storage unit. Years of people asking me to store things for a few months has made my house look like an episode of Hoarders. I recently took a trip to San Diego, and my friends asked how I could afford it. I had a yard sale of all your unclaimed shit, fuckers. John Ebner, fuck pickleball. Michelle Beard, fucking Republicans. Samuel Leonard, Santa Cruz is all fucking old people. Samuel, guess what's gonna happen one day? Okay? You fucking remember this fucking moment. Okay? Because you're gonna turn a fucking corner at some point, and you're gonna be like young, and you're gonna feel young, and then you're gonna go, fuck! When did that happen? And you don't know. It just shows up. And anybody who's over the age of 70 and says to anybody, if anybody over the age of 70 says to you, these are the best years of my life, you take the back of their hand, take the back of your hand, and you slap them into another time zone. Fuck you, Sam. You're gonna wanna be in a place where they're fucking old people. Because the young people are gonna be talking just like that about you. And then you're gonna be crying. And you'll be crying right into your fucking sourdough. This one, the great joy that I've taken out of doing the rants is because, yes, there are things that people yell about. And yes, people write better and better and better as they do this. And it's great to watch. But then there's a moment like this where I get something that I can't believe someone has shared. This is from Greg Quadros. Lewis, my wife won't stop reading her romantic books. It's basically smut or porn in word form. All day long, she tries to tell me about her latest read. I couldn't care less. Everywhere she goes, she's reading. Dinner, car rides, even during our son's back-to-school night with his new principal. She even had the most epic mom fail. She was listening to her audio smut book in the car to pick up our son from school. And once he got in and she started the car, first thing he hears is, "I can't wait to eat this pussy." Greg, I'm not sure this is a romantic book. There are romance novels, and then there's whatever they're called. Now you try explaining this to an 11-year-old, okay? Instead of just muting the car, she diddles around looking for her phone in her purse to turn it off. Her go-to explanation is that it's a French delicacy. Now her brother is taking a trip to France, and our son asks him if he's going to eat a lot of pussy on his trip. Tell her to get her head out of the books and live in the real world. Get your head out of the books and live in the real world. But you can't. No, that's really spectacular. There's nothing. If hearing her son tell her brother that he's gonna be eating a lot of pussy on his trip to France, you can't ask for more than that, Greg. I'd like to end with this one. I did not know this about Santa Cruz. This comes from Natalie Morris. This is a very niche rant, but I hate gophers. They are my arch nemesis. I know that says a lot about the sad state of my life, but I just don't care anymore. It has to be said. Yes, I also hate billionaires and AI and Trump, but I might hate gophers more. The gopher's entire existence is centered around destruction. Much of my current existence is centered around finding ways to deter said destruction. Raise garden beds for avoidance, strong-smelling plants for diversion, planting flowers and trees, using gopher wire for focused protection. Side rant. Gopher wire is a racket. $10 for a 1-gallon gopher wire basket that is only sort of likely to work because a determined gopher will choose through that fucking wire with the tenacity of an ICE officer's commitment to violently arresting a guy selling ice cream on the corner who's lived in the U.S. for 20 years and paid more taxes than Bezos. Anyway, gophers, the bastards. Many times we've watched them pop up to the surface, make eye contact, and then drag a flower down into their tunnel. The fucking audacity. Don't tell me to trap or kill them, because when one goes, another takes its place. Remember the ending of Caddyshack? Using explosives has crossed my mind, believe me. But inevitably, the gopher army would win. They are prolific in Santa Cruz and cannot be stopped. My only recourse is mitigation and voicing my hatred for gophers wherever possible. This is one of the greatest endings I'm going to read you right now that I've ever received on any rant. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I want to thank everybody who tuned into the Rant is Due. I want to thank all the good folks here in Santa Cruz for coming out this evening and joining me. It's been a pleasure. Always a joy to spend time with you. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast.
If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Lewis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me, Lewis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly.